Hello, grade 2. It is time for our language lesson. Yesterday, I introduced the word syllables to you again. Syllables is how many parts a word has. You can clap them to count the parts. We are looking at 1 and 2 syllable words this week in our spelling week 13 words. Today, we're going to be using our bell work activity for our word study activities, and we're going to be using it as a little bit of a writing activity as well, because there's a sentence to edit. We also are going to be using a phonics page 89, to help us with the lesson of syllable. All right, so I'm going to share my screen with you to help you to see some of the activities. And we're also going to be doing a third activity for our language activity today. And that is oops, I'll just get to that back. We're also going to be doing a making predictions activity, continuing from yesterday. Now, if you already finished the making predictions activity part 1 yesterday, then maybe you want to do the making a silly story activity continued from yesterday's read, copy, cover, and spell continued spelling activity. Let's start with bell work then. On bell work, we're going to be doing page 23. And on page 23, bell work again is a mixture, a blend between language and math activities. So I have highlighted on my page the math activities blue. So I'll save them for the math video. Go back to the top, page 23. I'll go through this activity with you. It says to cross out the picture that doesn't belong. One of these pictures doesn't belong with the others. You are going to cross it out. This one says name the picture. Here's a picture. There are 2 choices. Only one of them matches the picture. And circle the correct word. I'll give you a clue. It has a connection with yesterday's bell work, or last week's bell work, I should say. And that is that when you add an S, it makes something plural. But there are other ways to make a plural word. All right, here's the sentence that needs to be fixed by you. You need to be checking to see if it has proper capitals, punctuation, and spelling. Once you have figured out what's wrong, what are the edits that need to be made with this sentence, then print the same sentence, same exact sentence on the lines below in your very neatest printing with the corrections. Here are 3 words. Only one of these 3 words is spelled correctly. Fill in the bubble in front of the word that is spelled correctly. And here's that new vocabulary word that we saw last week. It is an adjective, and it is used in this sentence. Something, breaks very easily. What does this word make you think of? Maybe it makes you think of a picture that you can draw here. Maybe it makes you think of another word that means the same thing. And maybe you want to write that word there too. What does this word make you think of? And then the last of the language activities for today on bell work, page 23, is write your spelling words in the little apple, just one of the apples. Can you make them all fit? Okay, so the spelling words for this week are less, tell, well, will, still, off, letter, little, silly, happy, puppy, and cuddle. You need to fit all 12 of those words, teeny tiny, in this small apple. And if you are able to do it, try it a second time. That's what the word twice means. Now let me explain the phonics page for today. Phonics page 89 explains a rule that is really helpful to figure out how many syllables a word has. This rule usually works. In English, English is a silly language sometimes because there are exceptions. That's why I said usually works. Let's read this little passage together first. Farmer Janet picked an onion. She picked a turnip and carrots too. Janet took them to her kitchen. There she made a tasty stew. Now here's the rule. Many words are made of small parts called syllables. Each syllable has one vowel sound. Here's the word picks. Do you see that they circled the I? I is a vowel. Because it has one vowel, it has one syllable. Interesting, right? And here's the word carrots. How many vowels does the word carrots have? 2. And those vowels are A and O. That means it has 2 syllables. Now the instructions for the page. Say the name of each picture. Circle each vowel you hear. Print the number of syllables you hear on the line. Here is a picture of a basket. You need to say the name of the picture. Basket. You need to circle the vowels in the word. They have already done that for you. A, E. How many vowels does this word have? 2. You're right. So we need to print the word 2 on the line. Let's say the word and clap the syllables this time. Basket. I clapped 2 times. Did you too? Then go on to each word on the rest of the page. We're only doing page 89 today, please. All right. So those are spelling activities for today. We're also going to be practicing our reading strategy for today. The reading strategy of making predictions. Like I said earlier, if you have already completed part 1 of this page, that's where you're going to stop today. Perhaps you have some time and you had some of the last part of the spelling activity from yesterday that you need to complete. After you wrote out your words, then you were asked to write a silly story with the words of the week on this page. Maybe if you are finished your work early from today's language activities, you can use some of your time to finish off what you started yesterday. Or maybe you're done that too. I also want to encourage you one thing. Every day, you are asked to read out loud with your voice 5 to 10 minutes. Choose a book. Maybe you have your own picture Bible story and you want to read out loud for that. The point is, you need to use 5 to 10 minutes of your day every day to read out loud to someone. This will help you grow as a reader, and that's what we're all wanting to do. Choose a book that you feel comfortable, that's a good fit for you, that you can read all by yourself without any help. And if you do need help, you can figure out those words by yourself using your own reading buddies. All right, I hope you have a great day. Thank you for doing your language lesson.